Hey there, everybody. Goth Eggman coming at you right here. May 28th vlog with 13. Hey. Alright, girl. Yes, her is a good girl. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, she thinks she's a parrot. So, what's going on? Goth Eggman is, I got very special announcement. Thursday, I was thinking, you know, Papa Justified died, and when he was 2 days old, didn't even get to see him. Well, pit bulls are pretty much a pack animal and need to be socialized, and, you know, so plans didn't change. I'm still going to get a blue male for it. This time, though, I was thinking I want something. I don't want puppies right away. I want puppies here in a couple years. But then, right now, you know, her first heat, her second heat, maybe not, but definitely her third heat. So, I got to looking around online, and I saw this story about Solo at Sunny Rose Animal Shelter, Animal Sanctuary, not Animal Shelter, sorry, Sunny Rose Animal Sanctuary in Mendocino, California. And I'll leave a link down below with their Instagram and the videos I got posted of Solo. He's just exactly what I was thinking of. I wanted something, a blue male. I wanted him middle-aged, kind of forgotten about. I don't want an old bait dog, because that's a whole nother set of issues to deal with. I don't want to deal with that. I want to make this dog a ambassador right away. I don't have the 6 months, a year to, you know, get him socialized and break him of wanting to roll. And so I'm thinking, this guy, I saw his story. He was days away from being euthanized. He was just skinny as a rail, and they put him in with this Sunny Rose Sanctuary and Animal Sanctuary, and he's at a foster home right now. And I saw him on a Thursday. I called about him on Friday, inquired about him, and was going to fill out the adoption paper. When I got home Friday night, as y'all know, I got served with an eviction paper, so I kind of ghosted them for a hot minute till I figured out what was going on. And then all of a sudden on Monday, one of my fans, Linda Ashley Scott, check her out on Facebook. She offered to let me stay at her place, put up my RV in her driveway, and make content with me, because, well, dog lover, and, you know, girl and hard luck story, and got a pretty pit bull puppy, and, you know, got these. So she agreed to let me stay there until I can get a house, or Maisie comes and I can get it up and on my own. You know, there was no I love you thing going on. This is a great, generous woman, and I'm hoping behind hope that she's real. Her account looks real. She's got pictures of herself. She's got interaction with people. Uh, she's got family in her friends list, and not just a big stack of men. Uh, so her account looks real by all standards. It doesn't have the profile picture and banner picture, and then hundreds of people, men and Nigerians in their friends list, and so yeah, her profile looks real. So we're gonna video chat with her. Then I'm gonna have her come here, and I'll either get my buddy Rodney to drive Eco, my Equinox back, and have her bring her car, and hopefully I can get my stuff from my ex-wife and we'll load her car, my car, put Danielle back on the trailer, and convoy our ass to Northern California, and which will bring me to, hopefully in the next, the eviction date is the 11th. If I'm gonna contact the trailer park, and if I can get them to give me the parts that they promised, the master cylinder, the wrench, and the battery, I will figure out how to get the money to get the alternator and the tire for the trailer. And I figure it'll take $225 worth of fuel. This thing gets, to get to her place. And, well, we're going to Oroville, California. That's another reason that she was able to convince me to go. It's 3.5 hour drive. It's a bigger city. It has a drag strip. Not only does it have a drag strip, it's got a circle track, and it's got a drift track, and it's got a couple auction houses, and it's got flea markets. Linda, thank you. Oroville is an excellent choice to get it to where I can get a bankroll started up. And what I'm going to do about my stocks and stuff like that to get them and everything, I'm going to start applying for lines of credit. And instead of selling Danielle like some of the people were saying, and I'm telling you that's ignorant, I use her as collateral against a equity line of credit, because I was asking $5,000. Her Kelley Blue Book value is around $10,000. If I go to get a equity line of credit to use to pay out, buy stocks and invest in foreign currencies, and do that with a hedge company like Goldman Sachs, for example, is a prime example of a great agency to reach out for exactly what Goth Eggman is trying to do. And with my decades of experience in just home day trading, not day trading, as personal portfolio trading, that's adequately personal portfolio trading. And I'll be using parts of that money, because like I said, 33% of that's getting diverted off to dividend stocks, and if it's already in a equity line of credit escrow account, if I get $5,000, and all I gotta do is put that back in there, fill that up, pay the interest for ever long I took that money out, on how much it was, get that line of credit, bada bing, bada boom, we're good to go. And anything over, I can put in a Roth IRA or add into a different account and keep going and building from there. So, and just have that equity line of credit right there for those just in case. Okay, I got my escrow account that I've diverted my 50% of credit or profit off into. I paid my equity line of credit off, and we're still using blah 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 X account company that originally gave me that first equity line of credit, because you better believe if they hooked me up and took care of me one time, and they're making sure Goth Eggman gets taken care of, he's going to put his next account right there with him. And as he grows, have them be my point of growth and hedge company and fund and lending institution that I use. And please believe I'll tell people all about it. So that's pretty much what's going on now. We've got, so watch Sunny Rose Animal Sanctuary. Check out Solo. Today after Monday, speaking with Linda Ashley Scott and her generous offer to help Goth Eggman get a good start on get back on his feet, and in return, whatever money I can get occasionally, come back in there, and I'll be taking care of this, taking care of that, not completely freeloading on her ass, and putting her in content and helping her build a following. Beautiful woman. She just needs to get a niche market and run with it. So that's led to where I can call. They called me this morning, and then I thought, and I was like, okay, this one, I believe in her. I believe that she's real. I believe that, and even if she's not real, I can get a backup plan. But for everything that you look for, and of course I'm going to video chat with her and check out the house and everything. The pictures are nice, and the yard and everything's just perfect for 2 dogs, and got room for my pythons, and she's scared of them, which is going to make for great content, because I love it when people are scared in the beginning, and then they get them in their hands, and then they're like, I didn't get bit. Then they're like, they're beautiful. And then they're like, I want to play with that one. I want to play with that one. I want to play with that one. And then a couple months later, they're the ones with a snake here and a snake there, out here, out there. Look at me, look at me, look at me, playing with them more than you can ever imagine once they figure out there's nothing to be scared of. They're absolutely beautiful. Playing with them is hypnotic, and you can hold them, they'll get in your hands, you can finesse them, and if you have anger issues and stress and everything, get a nice tame snake. preferably a jungle carpet python or some arboreal that will hang on your shoulder, hang up on this and hang up on that, and yeah, they're great for. They're kind of my anger management sort of situation because you can put them in there, stuff, and control them and everything, but they're once they figure out that there's no danger and they get calm and or they're ball pythons and they are just calm. They're calming. So, you know, we're going to have her reactions and videos and her points of view day one, that I leave and sort of situation. And, you know, I'm looking to make a really good friend because that is a very generous offer and for a fan to extend to me. And I'm very grateful and very humbled that I've got some fans that are like that. And so today, like I said, they called me early this morning. I thought about it and I was like, okay, I got her. And then I looked up on maps. We're going to Oroville and she's in Williamsville. And they're like maybe this far apart. A 45, maybe an hour drive. I forgot exactly how far it was, but it's a minute drive in comparison. In the Equinox, it's probably a $20-$30 round trip situation, and absolutely nothing. And I confirmed that I'll take him today, and so I'll be moving down to Oroville, California, and then I'll be going on the way, or once I get the RV to Oroville, one or the other, boom, bada boom, we're going to go to Mendocino County to Sunny Rose Animal Sanctuary, and we're going to welcome Solo into the pack and have him become a full-fledged member, lifetime membership only. Here at Slithering Serpent and the Bull God, and become one of the Bull Gods. And let y'all watch him, and y'all go see. These blue pit bulls are going to be pretty much ambassadors. You'll know them. The whole world will know them. I don't have to breed them and get a million puppies to get everybody to know this is my bloodline. What we're going to do with 13 and Solo, y'all going to get to see them. We're going to take them to dog shows that they can qualify for, not being a pedigreed animal. Big deal, they ain't got paperwork. All that means is I didn't spend $200 to register them and get a genealogy to go there. So you know what? Since I don't know the genealogy on either one of them, guess what? When I do breed anything, Solo, he's neutered, so he's out of the question. But I'll know that her bloodline is, and I know what the Gotti pit bull that's going to breed to her is, his bloodline. But Solo, he's just an old road dog that was minutes away from being destroyed. And I can relate to him. I mean, y'all follow my story, you know my story. And, well, Goth Eggman's always been about pit bulls and pythons. And whenever he has pit bulls and pythons and he has his pack of dogs around with him, his attitude kind of changes, and you get, then you start putting me around people that want to help me, and then all of a sudden the anger goes away. I got my pack of dogs, because I tell you what, you want an icebreaker with people and to get to know somebody in a town and everything. Do exactly what I'm doing with 13. You drag a pit bull around. The bigger, the scarier, I call it adorably cute, but some people call it like viciously ugly, but I call it adorably cute. They look, the more people are going to surround around you and want to play with them. And if you have them socialized, and they're the greatest thing since sliced bread and cold butter. You're in. I mean, and then you gotta. So you know, they're gonna have quite a life, because you know, as y'all know, I'm gonna get to her. We're gonna do some dog shows with 13. We're gonna get her to where she can do a little bit of weight training, and we're gonna set up a spring pole and stuff like that for her, and we're going to design some weight vests. You know, not design as in redesign, but design as Slithering Serpent and the Bull God, Solo and 13. Weight vests with, you know, Slithering Serpent logos put on them. And I'm going to get a 3D printer and print out cast that I can make copper and brass heads and make some casts for some collars and stuff like that, you know, of them, and have them sold and marketed and stuff like that, and merch, because, you know, pit bulls, they need a big spiky white collar or leather collar or something to, that they want to play, and when they play, sometimes they don't realize that they bite that hard, and you get that neck to where they, and so it's all in proper training and proper etiquette with them. You'll see with Goth Eggman how he raises these dogs, and as you can see, 13 is a perfect lady. She's getting better at being potty trained. She is completely assimilated to being socialized. We had issues with her answering to her name, and you know, we can't really let her off leash and work with her with boundaries and everything yet, because as trailer park, they have rules, regulations, blah 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 blah. I've already got enough issues with them. I don't need them crawling up my ass, and they pretty much decided to go radio silent, and the last thing I want them to do is crawl up my ass and start making noise. So, follow in the next week or two, hopefully, if I can get them to get me the parts, the brakes before the 11th, I'll be heading out before then, because if I can get the gas money raised up, and I can get the money for the other parts raised up, which I know I've got a deal with a local vendor of buying some tablets and cell phones, and I just need to raise the last $100, and I got another deal that I need to raise $30 to pay, and boom. So, if I raise 130 and I buy this deal, and I know that there is an iPad in there that's worth well over $300, and I need $400, and I know that there's 2 iPhones in there, and there's several Motorola's, and but the outdated ones that are just full of gold, those can be stripped down and be cashed out, and we're going to do it the safe way, inside with salt and vinegar instead of hydrochloric acid and peroxide, where you have to be outside and ventilated. We're going to do it the indoor salt and vinegar method. And so that way I can just put it in little mason jars and seal it up and shake, 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 call it done. That's gonna be the plan with that. I mean, whatever device is worth more and works because they're returns, and some of them just need to be factory reset. Some of them work perfectly, and some of them are outdated OE systems, and then there's a couple that don't work. But I don't care. At the price that I'm getting them at and the money that I need for profit, it's a no-brainer. And especially if I make content with it and get the views, I can gather up my $400 easy that I need by just gathering $130 and flipping that deal, and then saying trailer park. If it's close to the left, I know I can get a judge to say they agreed to get this part, that tool, and one battery, and they set it on video. They originally wrote it on contract that they'll buy all 3, but it's a no-brainer that they're going to buy the parts. And because I can't afford to coming up with because I got to come up with 400, and that's another 300, and I got a time frame in, and I still got a big trade on AIT-CIK that I'm working against a time crunch clock to get my bankroll up, and I need $5,000 for that. And no, I'm not investing the whole $5,000 at once. She informed me I'm only going to be investing 15% at a time, and it's going to go on a parlay succession type of that. Well, I'm going to buy it 15%. It's going to be sold. Take my profit, and boom. And please believe I've got a mentor on this. I'm not saying that I'm sitting here studying and doing all these play-by-play actions and I know this. No, I've got Maisie and her family, her aunt, bless. Thank you, people. Thank you again for taking care of me, Maisie, on this. I've got them saying, get your account set up, get it funded, and we'll tell you on live chat, on FaceTime, what to do, when to do it, how fast to do, and what move to make. Ready, set, Maisie, it's the same one you're making. Fam, y'all all ready? And boom, we're all done. Sort of situation. It's a family circle sort of situation going on with that. And I need to get my buy-in. And I know if I get an equity line of credit, that means I only got to pay the interest rate back on the 15%. That's only $750. And it's going to be in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out over that. So I pay, 15% on that. And that's going to be absolutely nothing compared to if I tried to get a loan on the payback. So it's an absolute no-brainer. So we got this, and we got this. We got this. That's my plan. Get some lines of credit up on different until I get enough places giving me enough equity line of credit to fund those moves that she wants me to make, and then fund some moves that I want to make on, and I'm perfectly willing to pay interest rate to take a loan out against it, and use one to pay for the other, and start buying dividend stocks and regular stocks. And please believe I'm definitely be paying close attention. And I've got some oldies that's been on my platform for ever since I can remember, and they've made me money all my life. I'll probably put money back into them and get that building back up. I'll be working on my Roth IRA, throwing whatever's in as overage that I want to self-direct into my stock account, bounce it through my Roth IRA, self-direct it, bada bing, bada boom, take my tax shield, and over to 63 I go. And I can do $7,500 worth of cash that way in a year's time. And so I need to start working on that. But, first things first, I need to get $130 so I can go get that deal, flip that money, and get my ass to Oroville, California, and then head to Mendocino to pick up Solo. And when I get to Oroville, I need to get Danielle to the track, which means I'll go through getting my track license. Now I'll take y'all through all those steps with me. The first license is simple. Just go in there with your regular license. Say, by the way, here's this, here's that, here's tech, and here you go. Pay your money and get it. Then you have to, once you start getting time, you have to go get your license and drive it this amount of times, at this speed, and show that you can handle the car and not be a danger to yourself and everybody else. And which, I'm gonna show everybody that, and get those licenses and everything, because it is California and it's drag racing, and we in. So that's Godbig's Man's plan. Y'all subscribe to my channels, like my videos, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and check out my Macari.com. Go to Slithering Serpents and check out my merchandise. All right, Gothic Man, he is out of here.